Welcome to Anime Unraveled. I am Rex Paget.
I am Daniel Peppers.
And I'm Rex Paget.
Hey, I got a dupe.
The duplicate. I was thinking about, because of the topic of conversation, I was like, I am Joy Boy.
I thought about the same thing.
I don't want that pressure. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's too much. I can't be the one to liberate us.
I'm not going to. Drums liberation, not coming for me.
Hey, according to the internet,
Yeah.
it might be me because UPS drivers make $170K a year.
Ooh, fun.
Is that what we do?
That's what the internet says.
That's what the internet's saying, but that's not accurate.
Hey, if it's on the internet, it's got to be true.
No. So anyone that saw that and thought I want to work there, not the case. That's for 4 years in the future when we're making $49 an hour and you're working 60 hours a week. Let's carry on now.
Let's go back.
I need my own personal Joy Boy is what I'm saying.
You need your own personal UPS podcast.
No, I need a Joy Boy.
We need some liberation.
Yeah, I need the hero of liberation.
We're working on it.
Facts.
But yeah, so obviously, right? As the recording of this episode, this should go out. We have
1071's come out.
1071 has come out. 1072 has not come out. So
I'll be watching that tonight.
Yes, sir.
Because that's the one.
Yes, sir. But we did. I mean, we obviously have to talk about it. If you don't know, three of us, we're all One Piece fans.
Yeah, I'm just not as caught up.
Yeah.
Well, one is newly been brought into the adventures across the Grand Line.
Yeah, he is a new Straw Hat.
Yeah. I'm in prison still.
He's the Jinbei.
Yeah,
He's the newest.
Honestly.
Also, he's the most normal.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we were going to be Straw Hats, Jinbei's a good one for him.
Yeah. You have no sense of direction, do you?
I was a UPS driver.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Never mind. Do we have a Zoro?
I mean, Autumn can't find places.
Autumn is Zoro.
Autumn is definitely Zoro.
She has the violence.
Can't be Nami because Nami knows where she's going.
Yeah, and she needs the money. Who's greedy? You greedy?
Not well.
You want to be the Nami?
No.
What do you want to be? Brooke?
Sanji.
Sanji?
Sanji.
Facts, though, because you definitely, you love women. Anime women.
Well, I was thinking more because of the cook, but all right.
Both.
Call me out.
Both.
I don't know. You'd have to fight Autumn for the cook.
Brother, I made filet mignon, crab legs, and everything for Sarah and I last night.
Here's the
Well,
thing.
damn.
I never get invited.
I told you guys last week what my plan was.
That's a bummer.
Oh,
You gotta send out a reminder
You know
for
what the
this
bummer
man.
was?
What?
I told Mason and Alyssa that I was doing that
Yeah.
twice early this week.
Yeah.
And they got
And
tacos.
at the end of no.
No.
I get home, start making everything. I see that the kitchen's a little bit of a mess because Alyssa made him food, and I said, okay, probably made him breakfast this morning, so he had some brekkie.
Yeah.
No, I go in there with a big old. I got sirloins because filet is expensive.
Fair.
So they got sirloins. I mean, the sirloins are like this big, dude. They're massive. Roasted carrots and potatoes, and the crab legs for Mason.
Yeah.
I got that up here, and then I got Alyssa's on the other arm. I walk down, and I say, I got dinner. And they say, open the door. I open the door. They said, we already ate. I said, you guys knew I was doing this.
Yeah.
They said, we forgot. And I said, neat.
So
Sarah,
what you're saying is you had extra, and you still did not give me I'll take trash. I'll take tickets. I'll take. What are you talking about?
Sarah and I crushed the crab legs.
What about the steaks?
There's one steak left. I should have brought it for you.
Anyway, let's talk about One Piece.
Betrayed.
I betray you one time. Look at this. He just flaunts this in my face. You know, we complete Diablo one time. Never get invited to dinner.
Speaking of Diablo, that has fallen off.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think any of us have played the season.
I don't think anyone has played. Like, I think that I read Diablo is like down like 90-something%.
Well,
Baldur's Gate came out.
It's not only Baldur's Gate. I think Remnant 2 was a big thing.
But Baldur's Gate's great because you can fuck a bear.
You can fuck a bear.
I've heard it's apparently hard not to fuck in that game.
Hey,
like
perfect.
Someone was aiming to go for their ogre companion and like just happened to talk to one of the guys that was part of their party and accidentally apparently had agreed to things that they did not know.
Hell yeah, brother. That's D&D for you.
Yeah,
honestly, it's
like,
hey, you roll a charisma check. You do really well. They're really into you. You wake up the next morning wondering, man, what did I do last night? You see clothes strewn everywhere, empty tankards in the room. You know what you did.
Watched One Piece, episode 1071.
Yeah.
Sounds like it, honestly.
But okay, so the one person on this podcast, and he knows I'm going to him because I am so interested. Because at least Tristan kind of knows what's going. You keep up to date. I am legitimately up to date. There is not a chapter released of One Piece that I have not read now. Rex.
Yeah.
What do you think? Because I let me start off, and I'll kind of hopefully lead you in. I think there was one issue, right? There's multiple issues.
The backstory?
But no.
Flashback?
The one issue is this was very much, at least the internet took hold of it.
Yeah.
And pitched it as it was kind of like Gear 5 in action, right?
But
They did. Yeah.
And that was the internet. I'm not saying it was Toei or anything like that. That was definitely the internet. And as someone who was just kind of going to jump in to see the hype and to see the animation, you got 15 minutes of a lot of backstories. How confused, or did you? What did you feel?
It wasn't confusion as much as it was like aggravation to a level.
Sure.
Like, obviously, I'm not called up, so
Right.
I wouldn't understand some things. I knew I was messing up some things, especially character removing a mask. Yeah, which fairly important.
Yeah, Odin's daughter.
But
Yep.
I think the thing that irritated me was also they reused like some of the same animation like multiple times over on that episode, and even some of the like zoom ins on Luffy's face and stuff. I felt like the timing on it was a little weird.
It kind of felt scattered.
It did feel very scattered. Like
Yeah.
the whole episode had that to it to an extent.
Definitely.
But I will say the moment that he actually went at Kaido and it was like Tom and Jerry for a minute, I was like, you know, I might be for this.
It was
Like
Yeah.
it literally was like point for point Tom and Jerry for like a solid.
You can
probably
definitely see
3 minutes.
why they came at Warner Brothers.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
wondering if Warner Brothers helped him with the next episode, the 1072.
I think so.
I would imagine.
I would
well,
assume.
because
I would
remember,
assume.
originally it was supposed to be. A lot of people thought they were going to do 1071, 1072, and I think 1073 as a
Right.
special.
Right.
It was supposed to be an hour-long Gear 5 special.
I vaguely remember that, yes.
yeah,
that
long
was-
ago.
That was the rumor that was going around.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that they still have everyone. They had everyone on board for that.
I don't think you get WB for this little bit of an introduction and you don't get him for the fight.
There's no way.
I
The
don't think
fight
you
is
do.
where it gets the most Tom and Jerry.
Right. So I'm with you on one of your points. It is very obvious in new school anime. We watch a lot of anime podcast. You know what I mean? Do you guys know that we're an anime podcast?
We're an otaku podcast more
Fair.
than anything.
But this is one of the most recent animes where I think it is jarring how many times they reuse the same scenes with Luffy bouncing back and forth. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's like they animated maybe a 20-second spot
Yeah.
and then cut that around to
Yeah.
use it a bunch.
Multiple times throughout the episode, it was the same exact scene. I was just
Yeah.
like, you.
It was an interesting choice. Like, yeah, it was
why-
just kind of
why would
like
you do
So I think that the primary reasoning behind that, I thought about this as well.
okay.
So if you go back, Oda has straight up said, you know, Gear 5 Luffy is not supposed to be serious. It's
Right.
not supposed to be like Super Saiyan or Ultra Instinct or any of that. It is
Right.
supposed to be just funny.
Well-
it is supposed to be wacky. It is supposed to not make sense.
I mean, they even go to the 5 emperors. Rex, those were the 5 emperors. You know them? Have you met them yet?
Yeah, the
No?
old folks.
Yeah, you've met
Yeah,
them
the
already?
old folks home. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see them.
They even say this. They say that it is the most ridiculous
Yes.
fruit. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it's very specifically said, and I think that sets the tone. And I think they nailed that fucking tone.
Oh yeah, they did.
Where you... Because
You're not going to tell me they didn't when he's moonwalking in the
Yeah,
sky.
yeah. I've seen a lot on the internet since this episode got released. Is people are saying, you know, it's the most iconic transformation in anime, right? And obviously they bring up Super Saiyan.
I mean,
that and Ultra Instinct.
Nothing's
Ultra
gonna
Instinct.
beat out original Super Saiyan. I'm sorry.
No, I'm with you, but I also think that's our generation too. But
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
When Goku was going Super Saiyan against Frieza, that was a
Yeah,
next
that-
For
fucking
14
level.
and a half
I mean-
episodes.
Yeah, it was a next
Liter-
fucking level.
Literally, there's probably 50 different anime that reference Super Saiyan. Like Gintama literally becomes a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
But I think what people are gonna kind of get confused about, not confused, the wrong word, but judging is gonna be weird for that because, like Tristan has said, it is supposed to not be taken seriously.
Oh, yeah.
This is the whole point of this transformation is he is bending reality.
But I was not done with my.
Keep on going.
So.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So, because Oda has said, it's very Tom and Jerry, I think that they actually took today's technology for animation and they incorporated the old school kind of things that Tom and Jerry does. Mm-hmm. So that repeated animation.
Could they please? This would make me so happy if in the next episode Kaido does one of the screams from like Looney Tunes.
Oh, that'd be.
That would like incredible. I would be so happy.
So, I think what happened is that they use like that old Tom and Jerry, not like this new age stuff, but that old Tom and Jerry, where they just kind of copy and pasted a very similar animation, and to make it feel like it was that Tom and Jerry animation, that's why it did that.
I could see that.
You know what? I did not think about that.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Okay, you've brought me back around.
Yeah, so that is it.
Because you're right. A lot of times in old school cartoons, we never noticed because we were children. But
no.
Oh, you noticed?
I noticed, especially very recently, because I made the mistake of going
watching
back.
Cat Dog. I hear you.
No. I went back and watched the 1990s Spider-Man.
Oh boy.
Ooh, I love that growing up.
I loved it growing up. Dude, it has not aged well.
Doesn't age well.
No. Literally, I think that was when CGI was first existing because I did not remember the buildings were CGI.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, did you not?
I'm going to be honest with you.
I just got to show you the intro to it after we're done.
It's rose-colored glasses in my head of like, that is my... When people talk about Spider-Man,
that is my Spider-Man.
That is my Spider-Man.
Yeah, 100%.
Just like 90s X-Men is my X-Men.
Now, I will say the voice acting and stuff, still great. But, dear God, I did not realize how bad the CGI was in it. Oh. Same thing with, I also watched Jackie Chan Adventures.
Nice.
That still holds up.
It holds up, but the quality back then was so bad.
I think you're just spoiled.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Yeah, of course. But also... It was 4x3.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, also it was like
give me that 16:9.
Give me that 16:9 or nothing.
Well, the other issue is they haven't released like a high quality version of it.
Sure.
So like the best you get's like 480p. So it's like
I wonder what the licensing is to stream Jackie Chan Adventures or something like that. I wonder how bad that is to get. Because Jackie Chan got that fuck you money.
Yeah, he
literally owns China, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
I don't think that's how that works.
I heard he owns a lot of hotels.
Is it like Shanghai he owns like most of those?
Yeah, he owns a lot of buildings. That's all I'm going to say. Real estate wise.
Yeah, he got the dough.
Yeah, he's
also,
like a king.
He literally owns a portion of Mitsubishi, I believe.
Dude diversified.
Because in a bunch of his films, he like promoted Mitsubishis because he loved them so much. And they actually made him his own Evo.
Yeah, and then they got rid of the Evo, and Mitsubishi has been downhill ever since.
They stopped making cars.
Yeah, it's because Tokyo Drift was too good of a movie.
No, they still make cars now.
No, they literally just this year, they have stopped making cars. They no longer are a car business.
Oh.
Which their car business only made them like maybe 5% of all their profits.
Yeah, because it's a lot of like electronics. Like I remember
they're an energy company for the most part.
Well, you remember how I was telling you guys like I forgot to turn my phone down.
It wasn't me. I had the nightmare for a second.
Well, no, you know what's hilarious is that I actually had this on vibrate when I was at the vet's office.
Do you know where you're at right now?
No.
The drums of liberation are coming for you.
That's all it is. I've been praying for them. So fuck, where was I?
Anyway, One Piece. Let's talk about One Piece.
No, what was I saying?
It doesn't matter about Mitsubishi.
Oh, basically that they were like that. Remember that big fold-out TV that I told you my grandparents had? It was a Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
That massive TV was a Mitsubishi TV.
Dude, the servers we used to install in Bank of America or whatever were all Mitsubishi.
So they've diversified.
Yeah, they did a lot. But anyway,
all right, One Piece.
Back to One Piece.
What a trail! What a how did
we literally got here because I was literally like, listen, the animation is supposed to mimic that original Tom and Jerry, and that's why I think that's why they did that.
That's a good point. That's a great point. I didn't even think
about
that. Now
the 15 minutes of backstory.
I just think that was an internet misconception of really locking it down. Like this is what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
But you've seen like the like you get. At the end of the episode, you saw the preview for the next episode.
Yes. Yeah.
And you can 100% see that that's going to be where it's
That's going to be where the action is at. But, so, If we want to go down the line, right?
Yeah.
What is one thing besides stuff we've talked about that you did not like? Rex, you can start. I see it in your eyes.
I mean, honestly, I've said the only
Yeah.
issues I've had. Like, I do think some of the animation could have been like upped a little bit, but I'm also thinking since this was the introduction to it,
Right.
the next episode's gonna be where they just
Let loose.
No,
Yeah.
because I've got the arguments for that too.
All right. And so, what did you not like about it, Tristan?
The only thing I disliked about the episode
This
was,
man texted me in the middle of the night when he was watching it. By the way.
So the only thing I disliked about the episode
Okay.
was that the last I had heard was that they were going to do the special and that it was lore centric,
Sure.
which I get after watching the episode and after thinking about it for a while. I really don't have any issues with the episode overall.
Okay.
I mean, yes, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more, but after thinking about it and thinking about what Oda has said Gear 5 is supposed to be like and everything, it all kind of meshed together and clicked for me that's why this episode was the way it was.
I think you're right. I think I wish I would have seen a little more argument is kind of moot because in the future or like from now on, right, especially after today, these episodes are going to be synonymous with each other.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's always going to be 1071, 1072,
Well,
maybe 1073.
yeah, it's
However it goes.
I think it'll be all three.
it's literally the same as how Dragon Ball Z used to be like, oh look, he transformed. Nothing happened though. And
Right.
then the next
For
episode you
14
get it.
episodes.
Right. And in people's mind, these 3 episodes are all going to be kind of
Yeah.
mushed
Yeah.
together.
It's it's going to be like a 1 hour special
Right.
in air quotes.
I would say
How about you, Pep?
Me. I would say probably my biggest complaint for this episode. While I didn't really like the reuse of animation, but now that you've told me that, it kind of
Makes sense.
alleviates a little bit
Oh,
of
I
that.
came in here ready.
Oh yeah, I know. You said earlier before we started recording, you said my knives are out, boys. Let's do this. He came prepared for facts. I would say my biggest thing from that is my biggest complaint with the One Piece 1071 episode. How do I phrase this?
You say it.
I know, but how do I phrase it without sounding like a complete asshole?
You don't. You just say it. So this way I can just tell you why you're wrong.
You're ready, dude. I think that this episode, and it's not the episode's fault, right? It's not the episode.
Is it the internet's fault?
It's the internet.
The overhype?
It's the overhype.
Okay.
So because I have a lot of good things to say, and we'll go back around with the good things, but I just want, you get the bad news out of the way before you get into the hype news.
So it's similar to mine.
It's what has happened, even as someone that read this a year ago, maybe at this point, 6 months ago, something like that. The internet popped this up, and even after, because I didn't watch this episode until like a few days after it aired, right? So even after it aired,
I was in there. I was one like
you
I'm-
texted me that night.
Yeah.
You were like, "Dude, this is crazy." I can't remember exactly.
It
what
was
you
in the
said.
Discord. Oh yeah.
You texted to my cell phone.
Yeah, that too.
But
People are like, man, I can't. I'm like, I saw on the internet that like some Crunchyroll servers is shut down, and I'm
Yeah.
like in there and I'm watching it, and I'm like, not me, motherfuckers.
but yeah, I think that's really what happened. It was that hype train took off from the station so fucking fast.
Well,
And then everyone was like, this is the greatest thing since, let me tell you. All right. So imagine if you were in a room with a guy. He had a piece of bread.
okay, we're not doing this again.
No, we're not doing this.
So again, this is because the internet, I think,
Does what the internet does.
Well, that and the internet thought that it was going to be the whole showcase.
Well, the thing about it is, even after the episode, like even after it had aired, people were still talking about like, this is the fucking greatest shit ever.
Oh no! After it aired, I heard a bunch of
A lot of
negative-
people were very like unhappy.
We
Yeah.
are on different parts of the internet.
I was about to say I've heard.
I'm on both parts.
Yeah, I
There
was
are
about to
people
say.
that were thrilled, and then there were people that were like, it was mid. So, for the people that said that the animation was mid, i.e. Rex.
I didn't say the animation was mid.
He said
I
that it
said
could've
there's a few things about
So,
it I would have done differently.
A lot of people started giving it shit because it was not up to their standard of the Zoro versus King fight. That fight was cinema quality, or the Law
It was the
Kid and Luffy
yeah,
versus Big Mom and Kaido.
It was the Shinkai.
So
like a Shinkai film.
Everyone was giving them shit because the animation quality was not the same. The thing that you need to understand is that those fights were supposed to have a serious tone. The animation was very serious. This was not supposed to have a serious tone in the slightest.
I mean, I get that, bud. I didn't say that I had an issue with the actual animation. It was just the repetition and also the way that some of the cuts were. It was just
supposed to
weird
take
me.
away the seriousness of it all. Make it seem like it's not that serious.
I think maybe it was supposed to do that, but what I got out of it, like in the editing mode, if I looked at it as an editing,
A little disjointed.
Yeah, it seemed like someone took drugs and like was just doing jump cuts
in order to.
Yeah, maybe,
it's Joy Boy.
Hey,
it's
Joy Boy's
supposed to be the most bizarre fruit.
But I'm kind of with Rex on that too. Like some of because they would do like up close real fast, and they would jump to this, jump to that, jump to.
Yeah.
It was almost like the TikTok generation.
It kind of was.
Well,
but that's an old man take. I know.
The whole thing with the whole Joy Boy thing is it's really like his smile. That's why it was always zoomed in on the lower part of his face.
Yeah.
Like, and they wanted to put the emphasis on Joy Boy, his smile, obviously. You're not going to tell me that the single greatest scene in that was when Kaido fired his bolo breath. And Luffy grabs the ground and moonwalks it up into the sky to slingshot it back.
I don't know. I really like the him just grabbing him and slinging.
Oh, that was great when you pulled him out of that tiny hole.
Yeah, it very much was just like Tom and Jerry at that point. I was like, wow, okay.
Well, even when he jerked him up and his eyes stayed and then came back. I will say two things because let's talk about the good things now. Let's fanboy out as we need to do because this is where I really enjoyed it. Is I absolutely loved that the animation in the sense of when he was bouncing around, he was bouncing
off the ground.
All the ground. Like everything became very rubber.
Bouncy as well.
It really landed with, he's bending reality. Like reality is whatever he creates.
Well, the thing about the Hito Hito no Mi model Nika
Yeah.
is that not only does it turn him into the sun god Nika, it also gives the same powers as an awakened Paramecia fruit.
Yeah.
So it's like a 2-for-1. Like it really, the Gum Gum fruit for giving him rubber qualities, but then the model Nika for him being able to turn into the hero of liberation.
Right. But the animation, so you don't need to know all that jazz.
Yeah.
The animation shows you like that he's bouncing off this ground, and
like he grabs Kaido and squinches him.
Yeah, and
anything he touches, he can turn into rubber.
Yeah, and I just really enjoyed that,
including things that aren't tangible.
That is true.
Fire and lightning aren't tangible.
Yeah, you can't grab lightning. Well, you can.
Might kill you.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna definitely see it this episode coming.
Yes.
You'll definitely see that. But yeah, I just really enjoyed the way that the world looked around Luffy, and I did enjoy that it only looked that way around his fight.
Yeah.
The world didn't look that way.
The world was burning to the ground everywhere else.
And I did like that aspect of the editing too, where it would do something like a Joy Boy fun, goofy, Tom and Jerry breaking reality type of thing.
And here's shit's going down.
Here's shit like Sanji's fucked. This is fucked. Blah, 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 blah.
Sanji, you're awake?
Yeah.
No.
So
still sleeping.
I'm sorry. But I really enjoyed just that whole look to it.
I'm sure you were very confused about the giant elephant, Zanesha.
Not super, because I've seen way too much already.
Yeah, that's fair.
And once you find the backstory and like why Luffy can hear him and stuff like that, it's very.
Well, everyone can hear Zanesha.
No, sir.
No, it's Luffy Yamato.
It's.
Is it Yamato or?
It's It's the pink dragon.
Momo.
Yeah, Momo,
right.
Goldie, Roger, and Luffy.
Yep.
Those are the three. Anyway, sorry, Rex. I've been trying to avoid spoilers, but you're in it now, brother.
Oh, I'm too far.
You're too far deep.
Gotta get back to the shallow end.
But yeah, I just really love the non-serious tone that it took and the animation with Luffy and the fight. And that's why I'm really excited for this coming up episode.
Boy, I can't wait for that.
I really
that spike
can't.
club to the face,
Dude, I can't.
That's one of my favorite scenes. That's one of my favorite panels.
Yeah.
In that chapter is when Kaido hits him and his face just goes.
Yep.
It's one of my. I'm like, yes.
I think it's so interesting, right? And I think this solidified, and this is a theory that I have, because this was kind of around on the internet when this came out in the manga.
Talking about that the Nika form can nullify hockey?
No, no, I am not. I am talking about how in the title of the episode, right? It says like peak Luffy or something to that effect. Gear 5.
Yeah, and it's like attained Gear 5.
Yeah. So I loved when the Gear 5, because throughout the anime,
And
every
then-
time he does a gear, it does that like Gear 2, Gear 3, Gear 4. The way they did Gear 5 was really cool.
Yeah.
Like it was just like, it was just fantastic. But I think this solidifies that he gets no more gears.
Yeah, 100%.
I think this solidifies that.
Well,
There's no Gear
Where
6.
would you go from there?
And that's what
really,
I'm saying.
right?
At least Oda knows, unlike Dragon Ball Super, once you're a god.
What can you do? You can go Super God.
No, you can go Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego.
Oh.
That's what you can do.
That's one of the
now
things-
Vegeta wears an earring.
I was about
He's
to say,
very cool.
that's literally one of the things I saw someone saying. They were like, yeah, it's no Ultra Instinct, and it's definitely not Ultra Ego, because that's going to blow up the internet. I was like, dude, I don't care, though.
So
He gets a God of Destruction trainee earring.
So that's a big point, right? And I want to get the boys' opinion on this. Is because you're always going to have the Dragon Ball One Piece of it all, right?
Well,
Yeah.
And especially transformations and things like that, right? Do you think you can have the conversation right now that this is like a better transformation? Obviously, if you're a One Piece fan and not a Dragon Ball fan, of course you're going to think that, right? Or if you're a Dragon Ball fan, not a One Piece fan, totally get that. Like, of course, you're going to have your preferences.
Yeah.
But, like, if you were going to go, how do they say, like, critical, like, critically thinking, do you think you can have the conversation?
100%.
Really?
Yep.
I don't.
Really?
I don't, because I think you can have the conversation in 20 years.
I think you can have it now.
Because Dragon Ball, the legendary Super Saiyan aired 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and it's still part of the conversation. The only way you can have that conversation, regardless, I'm not talking about your personal preference, critically, like this is going to be a legendary transformation, is you're going to have some time in between it. You can't. The recency bias is going to be too strong to talk about, is it going to be part of the
I
conversation?
agree with you on that part, but at the same time, culturally, it does have, honestly, way more significance, like even just now, because it's literally combining Western animation with anime.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, if you want to talk about the behind-the-scenes thing,
Yeah,
I
like,
think this
behind
is
the
going to be
scenes, this is-
culturally very important.
yeah,
Now, if you want to talk about whether or not Ultra Ego is going to break the internet, it probably will. But at the same time, any transformations in Dragon Ball are overdone. There's been too many at this point.
That's a strong conversation because I agree with you.
There's been too many.
I think the
Super Saiyan 1 got its own massive thing. Super Saiyan 3 got its own massive thing.
Super Saiyan 2 was pretty massive as well.
Yeah, for Gohan.
Gohan.
Super
Yeah.
Saiyan 2 got its own massive thing.
3 did.
Technically, 4 did in
Yeah,
GT.
GT.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing.
Super Saiyan God with a whole movie.
Yeah.
Blue.
Or one panel.
Or one panel. Blue is one
Yeah.
panel in the manga. Blue,
And-
they don't give a fuck about.
No. And then you
Ultra
got,
Instinct was huge. when
Yeah,
it
Ultra
came out.
Instinct was big. But, like, again, at that point, it's already been overworked. I think people get hyped because they've got, they're bricked up for Dragon Ball, which I get. I understand getting bricked up for Dragon Ball.
As a person that is now current with the manga, no more chapters out that I have not read, I can say it's interesting.
I mean, Toriyama's screaming for help.
Man, that Dragon Ball Super manga, it's an interesting story.
He's
wild.
screaming for help.
It's an interesting story that I wish I could figure out how to.
I'm
an
telling you,
angle to
in
break
every
it.
single volume he releases, there's one like kanji somewhere hidden in the
Please
background,
help.
and it's spelling out his letter of "Help me, I am in danger. They
Yeah.
won't let me leave. I haven't eaten normal food in 6 weeks. They have me on a vitamin IV."
Only
Please
6
help.
weeks.
Yeah, I guess if you put it that way, right? I was gonna go in here and say like you kind of need those decades to really see if it's still part of the conversation. But you're right. I think regardless, you can kind of say now because of the WB of it all.
Yeah.
Regardless if the transformation lands, right? Because we don't know at this point. The next episode could be hot garbage. It's not gonna be. It could though.
Yeah.
There's a possibility. None of us know at this point. But with the inclusion of WB and the first time in that I can think of a very one of the most popular animes in the world, worldwide, is giving reference to the United
Western
States cartoons has ever been done. Not only that, teaming up with a Western studio. That's kind of important.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a big
Culturally,
deal.
kind of huge.
That's why I'm saying, like, I think it on its own level, it does have about the same impact, and it probably will, like, in history, go down. But I don't know. Super Saiyan is extremely iconic, is the only thing.
For our generation, for sure.
Well, yes, for our generation.
It's not for other generations.
Which is also why I'm curious how well One Piece is going to do, because honestly, as far as Tom and Jerry and stuff, that's very much our generation.
That is
Like,
true. Are
I'm
the
curious-
references going to land?
Yeah, I'm curious if younger generations are really going to be like, oh, yeah, this is awesome, or are they going to be like, what is this?
But at the same time, One Piece grew up with us.
Well, yes, it did, but
So at that point,
But I think what he's trying to say is like those references, because I'll be honest with you, when I watched it, one, it flew by. It did not feel like 20 minutes.
it was quick.
It was quick, man. But
I think the quickness of it all was the fact that there was literally like 15 minutes of just backstory.
yeah, I
enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
But that's I think that's an interesting point of, because when I was watching it, when those sound effects happen, because we haven't even talked about the sound design of it.
Yeah.
They nailed the fuck out of the sound design, and I don't like the beeps and the boops, but the sound design was amazing. But the
on
thing about
point.
it is, it gave me nostalgia.
yeah.
Because I watched those Tom and Jerry stuff. I
Which-
watched those cartoons, but you're right. What does that do to the generations that didn't have that?
Yeah.
Or is it so ingrained in like the zeitgeist or the popular culture that people kind of know those sound effects regardless of when you were born? Because there's things that I know of like the 80s. I wasn't around, and I'm not an 80s person, but like I know there was like hair bands and like people used hairspray a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
the 80s. That's the 80s, right?
Is that
Teased
what it-
hair.
They love
perms.
zippers on. Eddie Murphy loves zippers on his jacket. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Murphy Raw. That's one of the greatest stand-ups to ever exist. It's so good. But see, you kind of know stuff from osmosis. So
Yeah.
would those sound effects transfer over to
I
people
don't-
that didn't grow up with
I'm
that?
not sure. That's
And I think that's the question to see if
That's-
this stays around.
Well, okay. So my argument on that is actually that I don't think they have to transfer for that, because hear me out.
I'm hearing you. Wait.
Hear me out.
I'm listening.
Because again, the sound effects, great. They are just wacky. They just add emphasis to what Gear 5 is supposed to be.
well, yeah, I get that, but
The sound effects, even if you're not like, even if you didn't grow up watching Tom and Jerry, even if you didn't do all this stuff, you can see like, oh, say, one of my younger brothers who's 18 watched the Gear 5 episode, and they were like, there was some stuff I didn't realize, but it kind of, like
It works within the story to kind of stand on its own.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that nostalgia fucking helps.
yeah, I was about to
It does
say.
help us,
Helps.
but like also younger kids, if they've got older siblings, if they
Sure.
have parents, a lot of parents share that stuff with their kids.
Dude,
I don't know about that. I was
you're
about to say,
different.
You see more like people
No.
watching Adventure Time with their kids and
Yeah.
stuff like that now.
Yeah, but like when their kids get a little bit older, and Adventure Time is definitely very much an our generation thing.
Not
My
really.
generation, yes.
Maybe your generation, but no.
I've never seen Adventure Time.
Yeah, I was about
It's
to say
great.
Adventure Time
Um,
didn't come out until I was like in high
so-
school or college.
Yeah,
almost.
I missed Adventure
Yeah.
Time.
So, like, my dad wanted all of us to be like watching Tom and Jerry when we were kids.
Yeah.
Dad loved Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, I love cow and chicken. When are we gonna get a cow and chicken reference in an anime? I just want the parents to have just legs, just lower halves. Cow and chicken's fucking wild. We've talked about it on
I
this
mean,
podcast.
yeah,
cow and chicken's fucking wild.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't believe it was on the air.
Yeah, Rocco's Modern Life.
Rocco's Modern Life,
Cow
yeah.
and chicken.
Yeah,
That's what I grew up on.
Ren and
Sons of-
Stimpy.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I played the Ren and Stimpy Sega Genesis game. It's about as far as my Ren and Stimpy
Oh.
knowledge
Oh.
goes.
Smart. They made an adults only, like an adult version of Ren and Stimpy.
believe
That's
that.
brutal. It's
I bet.
terrifying.
I bet. No, I would say my cartoons growing up: Cow and Chicken, Dexter's Lab.
Love Dexter's
You know what I'm
Lab.
saying?
Yeah,
Powerpuff Girls.
No,
Really?
Really?
no.
Wow.
Pass me.
Powerpuff Girls, if you paid attention, was just fucked up.
Fire.
No, I mean, it was just
fucked up, but it was fire.
Like, literally.
Like the little girl that said, "Oh, don't worry, Professor, I was an accident too."
Well, yeah. But I was going to say, like,
that happens. Like, a little girl says, like, they say, "Yeah, we were accidentally made." And this little girl looks at the professor and says, "Don't worry, me too."
I think you guys were just different than me. I was pretty colors go poo. I didn't ever look into things deeply.
Oh, no, man. Like, even like Mojo Jojo. Like, literally, they created him on accident because he, like, ignored him after he created the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, and Mojo Jojo got also, he's super smart because of Chemical X.
Yeah.
I was a real dummy. I was like, it's about a bunch of girl superheroes. I'm not interested. That was me. I was that guy. I'll be honest with you. You know, you grow, you learn.
I mean, that's like if you go back now and watch like Johnny Bravo, that show's messed up, man.
I watched Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, of course you did. It's so messed up, though. I love it, but it's so messed up.
I watched Johnny Bravo. I watched Cat Dog, Rocco's Modern
I
Life.
hated Cat Dog.
Loved Cat Dog.
You know what I really
Arnold.
loved?
It was a cat and a dog put together.
Hey Arnold was
Hey
great.
Arnold was great.
Angry Beavers.
Recess.
Angry Beavers. No, I never watched
Nah,
Recess.
Recess missed me.
Yeah, same
Really?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was after our time.
Yeah. I would say I watched SpongeBob because everybody watched.
Oh yeah,
SpongeBob.
who doesn't? Like,
But I got out. I totally was like that kid. Like I said, I did a lot of growing when I got older. But I was totally that kid of like, you hit this certain age,
you're supposed to stop watching.
you're supposed to stop watching these dumb cartoons. You dummy, you idiot, dumb.
No, I was watching that Samurai Jack.
And I was like,
Oh
all
yeah,
right.
Samurai Jack. Yeah, 100%.
Had to.
I was like, all right, fine. I'll watch Band of Brothers. Let's do this.
That's still
Saving
sitting like
Private Ryan.
Yeah, I
Okay.
totally-
Like,
I went-
Band of Brothers is still sitting like 80% watched because Jordan started it on my HBO Max one time, and like it's like most of the episodes are watched, but not all of them. And I'm like,
I like Band of Brothers.
oh, it's great.
I stand by that. But yeah, I don't know, man. I can't wait for this episode, and I think they nailed what they were trying to do. I just think the internet took over and
Oh, the zeitgeist.
and it made it seem like we're about to see it in fucking action. When really and truly, 1071 is like
The promo.
setup.
get ready.
It's the promo.
Yeah, it's the
I
penultimate.
texted that to you too,
Yeah.
and I was like, "This was a promo episode."
Yeah, this is 100%
It's literally like the
promo.
boxers walking up and
Yep.
weighing in.
Yep,
That's all
that's
it
what
was.
this
It's
was.
the pre-fight.
Now tonight,
Yeah,
as of this recording tonight,
yeah.
it's gonna be in.
Yeah,
I'm
whenever
gonna be in there.
whenever we reconvene after the next episode, we'll have a little short interlude of being like, yeah, woo. But to transition, right? There's something else I want to talk about.
Oh, is there?
There is something else I want to talk about, and this is absolutely a rumor. It's a rumor, so I don't know. I tried to verify it, couldn't find out the information, but I thought it'd be an interesting
Did
conversation.
you hear this rumor on the internet?
I sure did. Got to be true. It's on the internet.
That's what Pepper said.
But so it's absolutely a rumor, but I thought it'd be interesting to bring to the boys to kind of get some discussion going. So, the author of The Chainsaw Man. You guys know The Chainsaw Man?
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Popular
Once or
anime.
twice.
Once or twice. Did an interview and said that he would like to stop drawing and just work on the story. So he kind of wants to give up because people have been shitting on this second arc of Chainsaw Man. By the way,
Oh God.
in their defense, I read the first 2 chapters and have not gone back yet. I will one day, but I just haven't gone back. So I thought it'd be an interesting discussion because I also got caught up with Dragon Ball Super, which has Toriyama
And
kind of sometimes, I think, writing it and story by, but also,
Toyotaro.
thank you, I have not been able to pronounce that name yet, doing all the art, but I am pretty sure he helps with the story too. Again, I don't know. Let me know.
Well, it would explain some things
Yeah.
because you've told me at least that Vegeta is like the
Vege-
shining light in this series.
Vegeta
now.
is the only good character
And,
that gets through there, for sure.
As far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure Akira Toriyama hates Vegeta.
He
so
does.
It wouldn't make sense unless someone else was possibly, writing a little.
Vegeta's whole, I'm not going to go into it because we don't want to do a Dragon Ball portion
Spoilers.
of this thing.
Yeah.
But Vegeta's character development is the only character development in all 95 chapters of Super.
And well, you do have the reverse development.
No,
of
you have
characters.
Master Roshi.
Well,
He has the one moment. I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about, no,
he
Vegeta.
comes full circle.
Yeah, his story comes full circle.
Vegeta is coming to terms with his sins of the past.
Yeah.
And coming to terms with that sins of the past is the thing that makes him unlock Ultra Ego.
No, I know.
And it is goddamn fucking incredible.
It's the only time you'll ever hear Pep say anything like that
about Dragon Ball Super. It is
I
goddamn fucking incredible.
The other thing that's incredible is the amount they're erasing Yamcha.
Oh yeah, that's just
he
funny.
doesn't exist anymore.
That's just fucking funny.
Like he's literally just a shape now.
Yeah,
and
Toyotaro does not like Yamcha.
It's so good.
I mean,
it's so good.
Toriyama didn't like Yamcha. This guy hates Yamcha.
It is so fucking good. I have seen him. Oh, so good. But anyway, so you're seeing these big name authors from current day or currently. You know what I mean? What?
I was just gonna say, did you guys ever have the thought in your head when you were first watching Dragon Ball Z and was getting like up to the Cell Saga that maybe Gohan wasn't Goku's kid?
What? Like he was like Chi-Chi
he was
fucked somebody else?
Yeah,
Like he
because
was Yamcha's kid?
Yeah, because he kept having the same hairstyle as Yamcha like every other arc. And then he finally went Super Saiyan. I was like, okay, never mind. We're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
He's in it. He's in it. Boys.
I was like, that's
He's
one
good.
way to do
He's good.
paternity test.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely
no,
mine.
They definitely. He had a tail when it started.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
Immediately when I saw the tail, I was like, well, Goku's kid.
Nah, surgically attached.
Surgically attached. It's all
He turned
fake.
into a great ape.
I will say.
CGI.
I will say. In Super, when Trunks kisses Mai, Goku's like, they're kissing on the lips. That's weird. Vegeta's like, you've never done that, dude? He's like, no.
Yeah, okay.
So that's-
that was a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know why. Goku's always been an idiot.
Well,
He's an extra idiot in this.
Super, they made him a super idiot. Now, it's really funny because I think I've sent it to you guys. I don't know. We said we weren't going to do this. But I've sent it to you guys, the Dragon Ball of it all. The D-hole.
Yeah. Let's go into the D-hole, boys.
On Instagram,
Sure.
where it's like Goku on the stand in like a court of law, and he's like, first off, that no nonsense Dragon Ball Super bullshit is absolute ass. I have plowed my wife Chi-Chi more time. Like,
I don't think I ever watched that.
oh, dude, it's fucking hysterical.
it came up on Instagram reel.
Oh, nice. Yeah. No,
They really wanted to just be like, listen, this is Vegeta's story.
It really is. It is 100%. Like some of his character development, coming to terms with his past, has legitimately hit me emotionally, and I never thought I would say that about Dragon Ball Super. Like never. And he is the Earth protector. Goku, legitimately,
It's a problem.
He's a problem, and I know this is not how it happens because they have mentioned Oob a lot. They've even shown Oob's even kind of helped in a fight already in a weird way. So they are tying it to the end of Z.
We knew that.
So obviously it can't end this way, but they're almost putting him up to this point where the only way you pay off how fucking dumb Goku is if he loses something that he cannot get back from his dumbass shit of, here's a sensu bean, let's fight. I want to fight strong opponents. Legitimately, it's almost getting to a goddamn comedy point where he is fighting the bad guy of that arc, and he bends down and says...
You got Krillin in the background. Sensu bean!
No, it's not even that. It's not even that. He bends down and talks about like, hey, listen, just change your ways because I want to spar.
Oh, he tries to hit them with a talk no jutsu.
Yeah. Change your ways. I want to spar with you later. You're so strong. He says that to almost every fucking villain in every arc of Super. And the only way you pay that off is his dumbass shit like gets everyone fucked up.
Yes, okay.
Because all the warriors, Z fighters, all the side characters now verbally look at him and say, "You're fucking stupid. Stop doing this."
Maybe they killed this Goku and just get one from
another universe. They could.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This guy's okay.
Still, though,
Dragon Ball Super doesn't happen in the same universe as Dragon Ball Z. That's what really happened.
man, could you imagine? No, I mean, still, it can't be understated. And I've said this. We've all said this 1,000 times. I'll always hold a soft spot for like Dragon Ball anything. I just think that there's better stuff out there.
Oh, there's
now.
way better stuff.
But what I really want to talk about is like, what do you guys think? Is it going to be more of a commonplace for authors to get artists now? Because it used to be a lot like Oda is going to be Oda.
Yeah.
Oh,
Forever.
yeah.
He's a different animal. He's a different beast.
I mean,
Goda.
Goda.
Yeah, I was about to say, Goda would not get someone else to do his artwork. He would start doing other people's artwork.
Yeah.
Done.
But I don't know, especially with that interview, especially if it's real. Like I said, it's just kind of like a rumor. I cannot really substantiate it in any way. But I think it's very interesting that, we've always had duos, the Death Note duo, the Bakuman duo.
Yeah.
That duo is legendary.
Well, yeah. Platinum.
One for One Punch Man and Mob Psycho and all that.
I don't really see that as a duo as much as
Well, just saying like a writer is...
He was real bad at drawing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So he hired someone.
Yeah.
He hired an artist.
I don't even think he hired
No,
him
I think
first.
that literally
I think
someone-
he reached out to him and was like, yo, I can make you a god.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I lost my train of thought.
You think it's going to be more common for there just to be authors
A writer
and
and
then
an
an
author.
artist?
And I think it would be helpful. Like we talked about it when I was talking to you about this. I think for some series, Oda, Vinland Saga, you say Vagabond because his artwork is so detailed. Like,
Yeah,
it would
it's-
lose so much to have a different artistic input.
Well, yeah, that's what people feared with Berserk other than the ending.
Exactly. But some series, the Hunters of it all,
Yeah,
it's kind of like, let's just have an ending and kind of, I think the...
Well, we'll never get an ending for that.
Well, if he was only having to write it and not do
Yeah,
the art,
it would
there's
help.
a possibility.
And I think the stereotype from back in the day where a lot of people, and maybe still a lot of people feel this way, is like, for me to be considered a manga artist, I have to draw and write it. That's the job. That is the job title. That is job description.
I still think that was perpetuated by the fact that back in the day there wasn't as much money in the industry, and at that point, like the only way to make a decent living, you
Right.
had to do it all yourself. Like, yes, you might have assistants to do fill and all of that, but you basically had to do the art and the story. But
Yeah.
nowadays, like, it's been proven just by the Death Note duo that
Yeah.
you
There's
don't-
money
Yeah,
in it
there's enough money that
to make a decent living.
I mean that and One Punch Man, honestly.
Well,
dude.
punch.
Well, and that's the other thing too is I think that, like you said, with the money being in the manga industry / anime industry, really I think, be successful, make a decent living, if you can get a manga, an anime based off that manga for you, you're in it now. You know what I mean? Not forever, for as long as it's running. Like, you're going to have to continue, except for
about
Oda.
to say-
Oda, do not continue. Oda, just do what you do, and then go retire somewhere.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd really like to see the numbers on that because I know Oda has made the
No,
most
yeah.
money in anime,
Buku
honestly.
bucks.
Like,
I would honestly also say, even for him to be a veteran of the game,
Mhm.
right? I think that he is one of the most active authors there is.
how do you mean?
I mean,
He's the most willingly active.
if you want to say it that way too, but
The reason why, you know why I say it that way. The Toriyama of it all.
yes, okay, fair. They're not bleeding him dry. No, he's the most active because he's got his hands in the live action. He's got his hands in the anime. He's got his hands in his manga, obviously. I think he even has a school somewhere, like, helping
Well,
people out.
I know he also pretty recently like donated $2 million or so to his hometown for a rebuilding effort,
Right.
in which they obviously did a
Statue of him. They're
Yeah.
like, listen, he's
Well, I think
goated.
it's a statue of
Luffy.
either Luffy or
I think
Zoro.
it's Luffy. I think it's Luffy. I think I know which statue you're talking
Yeah.
about. But that's what I mean. Like, he is so active, and you can tell that there's a lot of people that get into something, right? Whatever it may be, and you're like, they were born for that.
Well, yeah,
They
yeah.
were
That's
put here
100%
to
Oda.
do that.
Yeah,
And they feel, because there's a lot of things like that sometimes, like I'm not very like a super social person. Tristan knows this. I smoke bomb out of there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
great. It's still one of the greatest moments of all time. Saves a cat, goes to a bar after the cat abandons us.
Yeah.
And then everyone pays for his drinks because everyone wanted Pep there. And I'm out, and I'm like, I haven't seen Pep in a minute. And I said, you gone? And all I get was a selfie and just smoke and then the bomb emoji.
But like, 'cause
And I was just like,
what a salute, sir. But Because I feel drained from that kind of stuff.
And everyone, where'd Peppers go? Oh, he's gone. He's
gone.
home. He's laying in bed.
Oh, that boy's been gone.
He's asleep now.
Yeah, but I just don't.
He didn't even
get,
say goodbye.
I just don't. But I don't get.
I don't like the long, drawn-out goodbyes.
Well, that and
The Irish goodbye is the way to go.
Yeah, and I get drained from that stuff. Seriously, like I enjoy it for a time. Like if you catch me on a day and you're like, "Hey, you want to do this?" Yeah, man, I'm all in. But I'm only all in for a certain amount of time, and then my battery gets drained.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah.
But when we're
That's my weekend. This weekend.
But when we're making content and stuff, like I can only speak for myself, that energizes. I could do that for 24 hours. Like if we wanted to record 24 hours of podcast.
Hey, I could. Not right now.
Right
because
now.
I'm dying.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
I'm leaking.
yeah.
Physical therapy has destroyed me, so I am.
But I that's an exaggeration. But what I mean is like my battery, I can keep going for that because I really like doing that, and that energizes me.
So he's basically going Super Saiyan while we were.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You guys are flailing, and I'm like, don't worry, I'll carry.
Frieza has taken us out.
Yeah, I'm ready. It's time.
I feel like I'm Krillin right now. Like
Your death
I guess
will
I'm
make me
Piccolo.
stronger.
Gunshot through the chest.
I'll get you guys back. Don't worry.
Thanks,
But-
buddy.
But with
now you just got to scream for 14 episodes straight.
I'll give you 13.
I mean,
I can't do the 14.
I was about to say, the Earth has started shattering a bit, but don't worry, we're close.
Yeah. Rex's
Dark times.
conspiracy corner. But yeah, so when that stuff energizes you, and I think that energizes Oda so he can do that kind of stuff. But for people that just really want to tell a specific story, whether it be like a Chainsaw Man or whether it be like a Death Note, I think it's beneficial that they get somebody to alleviate that, because isn't getting the story told more important than they did everything themselves?
I mean, yes. The only issue I would have is you have to find an artist that actually can convey your story properly.
Well, sure.
Like
Yeah.
if Death Note was done by, honestly, anyone else as far as the art, I don't think it would land nearly as well.
No, it's got to be that duo.
Yeah, that duo is,
That duo is strong.
like, especially for that series, it was the perfect combination.
But I think that's why you find people, it's kind of like us, the trio that we are. You know what I mean? You got to find people that are gifted in different ways to make the one thing the best it can be.
Retro horny new. I hear you.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, because if you surround yourself or get people with you that have the same ambitions but are talented and gifted in different ways to make that brand, let's say a manga title, the best it can be, that's how you make it happen. I don't think you just like Hunter x Hunter, right? Tagashi.
Yeah.
It's not like he just puts an ad on Craigslist and says, "Hey, I just really want to write this story.
I would really like...
Jim down the road, let's draw one up, shall
I
we?"
honestly really would like to see, like, a few different people do their interpretations of, like, Hunter x Hunter characters.
We've done that. We've seen that before.
Well, yeah,
Usually, isn't it in Shonen Jump when a big title has a special, not an annual.
The other artists
will do stuff like that, and
which
I think
is
that's
really
so
cool.
interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to see like more of that.
Yeah, I think that would be so interesting. And I think that, now we don't know too much because, we're here in America, not Japan, but it does seem like the manga industry is, just like we saw with WB, is more open now to collaborate.
Yeah. I think so.
I feel like, and you would know, Rex, more than me, with the retro of it all, of I feel like it used to be like, I'm doing my own manga title, and there was a competitive aspect. Now it's competitive, but cooperative competitive.
But okay, so you also got to take into account that we're getting a Suicide Squad isekai.
Yeah.
Who's to say that we're not going to get a manga adaptation of that?
I mean, I'm
if
sure
it does numbers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it does numbers, I'm
If it
sure
does
they
numbers,
will.
we will. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, back in the day, did you ever hear stories
Like
of,
crossovers?
Not even crossovers, but did you ever hear stories of, this anime or this manga author where it wasn't really cooperative? They were just kind of, I'm doing my own thing, you're doing your own thing. And doesn't it feel like it's more of like a community type thing now?
I feel like it's trying to go that way because I think I mentioned this like a few episodes ago, but like Tite Kubo, for example, did not like Oda.
Right.
for the longest time. And Oda, like, literally on his 20th or 25th anniversary of Bleach was like, hey, we should go get a drink. Like,
The Goda reaching out.
And now Kubo was like, I'm on board.
I'm on board.
I'm
Drinks?
actually,
Done.
I don't know how Kubo responded, but like, yeah, Oda literally, instead of like, you know,
being
petty about it, he was
Yeah.
like, congratulations, you've done something amazing. We should go get a drink sometime. Like, kill him with kindness.
Yeah.
Goda.
Because he just wants good shit.
Well, yeah.
He's the hero of liberation.
I really do think that.
Dude,
In the manga industry, I think it's going to be such an interesting, like, climate in a weird way when he goes. Because he really does seem like at least, okay, let's put it this way, at least in the shonen jumpification of it all, right? Because obviously there's other genres. I'm just talking about that specific Shonen Jump magazine. He has been such a staple for 20 plus years. And any new, for the last 10, 15 year titles kind of looks to him and Toriyama to an extent, but Toriyama's like, don't look at me. Please don't look at me. And
if you do, cut off at the cell games.
after
After
that,
nothing else.
Nothing else. But I think it's going to be such an interesting hierarchy in the Shonen Jump when he's gone.
I'm actually curious if there's going to ever be anyone like Oda again.
I don't think they're in the business to have
a longer running series.
No,
not in that
I
business.
think One Piece is one of the
final ones. I think I would say Black Clover, Jujutsu, My Hero. Those are your last long-running type series.
And those aren't even that long.
I think Black Clover is going to end before volume 50, because I'm current right now. So, and it's at volume 32. Yeah, I see it no more than 18 more volumes. It does seem like they're winding down. My Hero.
Well, it's been in the final
stretch. Yeah,
and My Hero's in the final stretch.
Yeah,
How many volumes are there of My Hero? Any idea?
If I had to guess, you know me, big My Hero fan.
Your favorite.
I love it. I would say they're in their 40s, early 40 volumes.
You think so, Tristan? I just figured you'd know more than us since you.
No, I do know that All Might did go up against All for One recently.
Cool.
You know, with no powers.
Cool.
He got a power armor.
Ooh.
And it uses like inspiration from all of his students.
I hate that.
I hate
like the
I hate
idea
My
of
Hero
that.
Academia.
It literally says in the thing. All Might says, because I saw the panel itself. All Might says, if Night Eye's prophecy is true, this is where I will die.
Do you think people have the fondness and let My Hero Academia get away with shit like we let Dragon Ball get away with shit?
Probably.
I'm
sure.
Like, I think that's what it is we missed the boat on the My Hero, but we've landed on the Dragon Ball ship. So now when we look at these cameras and say, fuck My Hero Academia, they're like, fuck Dragon Ball, you idiots. You're letting it get away with garbage. And
I mean,
we're like,
no,
yeah.
because I don't really let either one get away with the shit. I watch both.
Oh, I let Dragon Ball get away with some stuff. I'm not going to lie to you.
I know you
don't let either of them get away with
I'm not going to lie to you. When I was reading it, I got chills in some spots. I'm not going to lie. I'm not happy about it. I'm not proud of it.
Okay, I feel like any series that...
But that Ultra Ego is pretty fucking killer.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like any series that was capable of hitting peak at some point, of course they're going to hit it again.
Yeah.
You know what my thing is? Ultra Instinct, you can't get hit. The premise of Ultra Instinct is your body reacts without anything happening.
Yes and no. So the premise now. It's got.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah. The premise now is more keep your heart calm.
Well, Goku's version of Ultra Instinct
is keep your heart calm. Do not let your emotions. Vegeta's is the complete opposite. You have to let your emotions control you.
So you're current with Super, which means you know that perfected Ultra Instinct for Goku is to like actually follow his emotions.
Yes,
and to use his emotions.
Yes,
that is Goku's perfected Ultra Instinct. We're not going to get into that.
No.
The premise of Ultra Instinct, especially when you see Whis using it, who has a perfect... We're not going to use... But the premise of it can't get hit. Ultra Ego. You hit me, I get stronger.
Yes, that is true.
So, if they do a fusion
yin and yang,
and become Gogeta,
I'm very
you can't hit me, but if you do, I'm still going to get stronger?
I think so. I think because we haven't seen a fusion, obviously their whole premise
there's
Super...
There's no way.
I don't think Vegeta would be down for a fusion.
That's his whole thing right now is, I'm not going to fuse with you, fucking Kakarot. It's a cop-out.
Yeah.
I'm all about getting stronger with not your dumbass.
Yeah.
Literally, that's
Who could
it.
blame him?
Absolutely.
Honestly,
Abso-fucking-lutely.
I'd be looking at the next villain and being like, just take him out.
Honestly, he stood there before and said, if I die, I die. I'm not fusing with that asshole. Like, he's like, I'm not doing
Yeah,
it.
he's done. After
who
after
wouldn't?
Broly, he was done.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
his last time that he
And
ever wanted
Broly,
to
again, not really in the manga. So much so that they had to, because Broly, because you've seen the Super movie,
Yeah.
there's that clip of him training with Broly.
Yeah.
They do that panel, and they have to go into what happened in the Broly movie just to figure out how he got there.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
such a, like I said, Super is such
It's
a
a
strange.
piece. It's a patchwork.
It's so strange. There's a story there. But yeah, man. See, but that's what I'm saying. I let that bullshit slide, and I'm still like, kind of hyped. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Listen, I'll stand on this, okay? All 10 toes, I'll stand on this. Really, it was 5 toes. This is on the chair. But they don't see that. The 6 to 7 chapter prelude to the superhero arc, which they are on right now.
I know.
Which is Trunks and Goten in high school. Loved it. Fucking loved it. The slice of life comedy.
Okay. Wait.
Saiyaman X1 and Saiyaman X2. Loved every
I
fucking
gotta
bit of
ask, how did you feel about Gohan in high school?
it. With the Great Saiyaman Saga?
Yeah.
I loved it.
Okay. Honestly, same here. Like,
I loved it.
only loved it because
loved it.
it was hilarious to
Yes.
me, him, like, not understanding social cues.
Yes.
I was just like, this is good.
This is... it's like I explained to you. Are you trying to hide from the camera?
Yes, he
you
is.
cannot hide from this camera.
trying to hide from my microphone.
Oh, fair.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah.
Haha.
So the funny part about all that is, and we've talked about this, is the super aspect of it where it goes back into the current or the past Dragon Ball slice of life comedy.
Yeah.
Is where I think it shines. Even in Z, like I think Great Saiyaman's good. I think the Trunks Goten arc, not only does it lead perfectly into the superhero arc and give a little bit more backstory into the
It makes it make more sense.
main villain, who, if you've seen the Super movie, this is not even a spoiler, not really the main villain. Like, he
Yeah.
just gets
Cell
talked into.
Max.
Well, he gets talked into a lot of shit. The Dr. Hero,
Yeah.
I think his name is, because he's Dr. Jiro's grandson. But it brings him into the story more. But I think, to me, also, I'm a big Dragon Ball fan. I like the original Dragon Ball a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And because I think Toriyama was more of, because Dr. Slump and all that, he was more of a comedy writer. He really wasn't
yeah.
an action
It was
writer.
like comedy adventure.
Exactly. That's where he shined, and I think what happened to him and maybe why he fell out of love with it a little bit later on, obviously they made him, maybe they didn't make him, maybe he wanted to do it, but from all I can tell, he really wanted to end his Cell games, from what I've kind of read.
Definitely seemed that way.
Definitely seemed that way. He didn't want it to be an action, and now it's a shonen action, and I think that his love is more for comedy adventure, which I would be
I
kind
mean,
of...
my favorite episode of Super is when they bring Arale in. She's the little purple-haired android that is a gag character and it has.
Oh, Ariel?
It's not Ariel. It's like Arale. Her name's actually like Arale or some weird shit.
Well, I know in Dragon Ball Super Dub, it's Ariel.
Yeah, I know in the dub it's Ariel. She was a playable character in one of the Budokai games.
Well, she's from Dr. Slump.
I know.
Yeah.
Her.
Yeah,
She
Ariel.
broke
Oh,
it.
I know who you're talking about.
Ariel.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got the hat
Yeah.
and the shirt, and she's like a boo.
And she bodies Vegeta.
She's very Astro Boy.
Yeah. My favorite thing was when she absolutely bodies Vegeta, and Vegeta literally goes, "Oh, she's got gag character hacks." Like he was aware.
Oh God, your sinuses have affected me.
I don't know.
But no, I let Dragon Ball get away with too much shit.
I mean, we all do. Like, honestly, Boo Saga was proof of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's still some boost shit that I really like too.
There was a ton that I really liked. Like, honestly, Hercule actually coming to terms with the fact he was a shitty person.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. And it's so funny in Super because it's very played for the comedy. You've seen the movie.
Yeah.
They show a picture of Hercule and they're like, we don't know what the fuck his thing is, but he because they still think that
they
he
still
destroyed
think-
Cell. So it's Dragon Ball Super, you know?
You know, at that point, for like Goku and them just keeping up the act, he should just pay them. free money. He should just
think.
pay Goku.
He pays Goku. In the beginning of Super is the reason that he can go train and do all that stuff
because he's paying off Chi-Chi.
Yeah, Chi-Chi's like, I need to make money for Chi-Chi.
I need grocery money.
And Hercule's like, here, you fucking save the earth. Have $1 billion or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Zenny. Apparently they've blown through that now though, because she's poor again.
And she's not even poor. The Ox King has money.
Here's my thing.
Yeah, I was about to say she was the daughter of the Ox King.
Not even that, right? Bulma. And this is played
the
heavily.
richest character.
They are rich as a motherfucker.
Yeah,
so much so that Dr. Brief has a very small little bit in the first part of the new arc, the super arc. Not new, it's already in the movie. And they're talking about Pan. Or not Pan, Bra.
Bulla.
Bulla. Yeah.
Bulla in the dub.
Correct. And she's like, you think she would like a castle for her birthday? And he's just buying castles. That's how fucking rich they are. Could Bulma not be like, Chi-Chi, listen, I know where Goku's at. I know what all he's done. Here's a little bit of money.
You would think.
I
mean, the same thing for the Z Fighters, but no, you got Yamcha out there
living in a one-bedroom apartment.
Well, he's a professional baseball player. You'd think he'd be making dough.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, any Z Fighter compared to a normal human being.
Yeah. Except you have Piccolo just being his best life.
Also, yeah, Piccolo finally gets a house.
Yeah, and then they give him plushies.
Yeah.
And he's like, I fucking hate these plushies. Stop giving me plushies.
Yeah, but he doesn't know how to say no.
He doesn't. He's got the little fucking phone. I love the way he holds the phone. Even in the manga, he holds the phone like this. Like your grandfather holding a phone. Hey, something's happening.
Yeah.
And it's like way too close to his face. It's so fucking...
Old Piccolo.
I love the comedy in Dragon
Old
Ball.
man energy.
Yeah.
Good old Piccolo.
If Dragon Ball, I'll say this. If Dragon Ball went to be a complete comedy and not action,
I'd be for it. Yeah.
Yeah?
I would be for it.
If they made it into like a comedy drama, 100%.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm absolutely in.
You know, we said we weren't going to talk about Dragon Ball.
Yeah, we went too deep.
Yeah.
We went too deep.
We literally were like, we're not going to make a Dragon Ball. This has been a One Piece of Dragon Ball section.
Hey, you know, listen, if somebody would have wore a Dragon Ball shirt, I have the One Piece shirt covered. So
I wear black eat pizza, which is funny because I did eat pizza today.
Oh, nice.
I wore the Dragon Ball shirt last week.
That's true.
Do the same
That's
thing
true.
twice.
Fair. All right, boys. Well, listen.
There's a plane overhead.
There's a plane overhead. They're coming for us. Rex, get us out of here before the government comes and destroys us.
All right. If you guys aren't already there, go to youtube.com/AnimeUnraveledPod. Leave a like. And wait, what?
Yeah, leave a like.
Leave a like.
Yeah, you could leave a like.
Nah. Comment and subscribe, please.
But don't leave a like.
Yeah, no. You can like the video, I guess. Don't leave a like, though. I don't know what that is.
Leave a like.
Oh, no. Tristan's about to lose it.
Tristan, we're doing fine. We're doing okay. This is good. You know what?
Did you guys really fall apart when I wasn't
here?
No,
we did great.
We actually did good.
We did great.
I just broke. I think it was the plane.
It's your turn.
You gotta do that TikTok thing.
Oh, yeah.
Talk with the ticks.
Here's the thing, fellas. If you would like us in short purse, like Tristan likes blowing his nose.
Kill myself on Minecraft.
In Minecraft. Check us out on AnimeUnraveled Pod on the TikTok. Here's the funny thing. I know you're thinking, you haven't still uploaded. It's been so long, I don't have the password. So if anybody has the password, it logged me out.
Leave it in the comments below.
Leave it in the comments below, the password to TikTok, because it logged me out. I was thinking about uploading a TikTok the other day. I meant to tell you, because I know I had to give it to you for you to log into. I don't know what the password is. So I'm out of the Anime Unraveled Pod TikTok. So if you see a post on Anime Unraveled Pod, it's probably not me.
It's not me.
So it's some strangers in there. But yeah, come check us out on the TikTok, Anime Unraveled Pod. One day when I get the password, we'll get up in there.
I may have gotten it in a note on my phone. I don't really know.
We'll check it out.
Yeah. Guys, it's the end of the episode. It's my favorite part of the episode. It's the part of the episode where I tell everyone to please make sure to leave a review, like, and subscribe. It really helps us out. It really gets our name out in the algorithm. YouTube, if you're watching us, hit that thumbs up button.
Leave a like.
Leave a like. That's what Rex was trying to tell you guys. Make sure to do that. Spotify, leave a review.
Yeah, it really helps us out. It gets us out there in the algorithm.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I said that.
The more reviews we get, eventually we'll be able to read them, and that'll be really fun for us, honestly.
That would be fun.
So yeah.
Also, I just want as we're ending the episode, right? I want to get serious. I want to look at me. Serious. Yeah, just stare at me. Stare at me in the eyeballs.
I can't.
Yeah, you can. Tristan, lock me in. All right. But no. So I got two things that I want to say to the people that are listening. One, I know this might not be a big number, right? For people who are like, that's a dumb number, but it's really big for us. Starting from nothing, we just passed 10,000 downloads on Spotify. So I just want to say I really appreciate it. Thanks for we really appreciate it. Not just me. For hanging out and listening to us and enjoying what we're doing. We're seeing that stuff. And if you go to the YouTube and you're down there in the comments, you're thinking, leave a comment. Maybe ask us some questions, because I think it'd be cool if we did an episode where we talk about some questions.
Of the questions on
yeah.
Also, we only need 10 more people. Head over to YouTube. Hit that subscribe button.
And
I have to watch all of JoJo's.
Yeah. And
Sword Art.
leave a like. Remember that. Hey, leave that like though. Leave it like. But yeah, no, if you want to go down in the comments and ask the question, I think that'd be a fun episode to do.
Q&A on the
yeah, I think that'd be fun. But yeah, I just wanted to take this time, and we all want to say we really appreciate it. Yeah. We really appreciate it. So as always, thanks for listening, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Later.